Good morning from the Protos newsroom. The date today is Thursday the 4th of March, and you're listening to the Protos Daily. These are the main headlines this morning. More than $28 billion worth of digital assets have now been staked into DeFi platforms, a figure that has trebled since December. Former BitMEX CEO Arthur Hayes has decided to give himself up to answer charges relating to money laundering and theft. And Bitfinex is set to rival PayPal with a new crypto payment service aimed at online merchants. But first, at the current time of publication, Bitcoin is trading just below $50,000 after slipping 4% for the day. Theta and Uniswap have been the best performing top 20 cryptocurrencies in the past day, up respectively 20 and 10%, while the NEM token has been the worst performer, down 7.5%. And now here's Jamie Lowe, who's going to be reading you today's news.
Yield-seeking crypto investors have locked more than $28 billion worth of crypto inside decentralized finance platforms in the past 3 months. The total now, according to DeFi Pulse, stands at over $40 billion, meaning that it has more than trebled since December. Thanks to the recent DeFi boom, 13 platforms now hold more than $1 billion in their smart contracts, with Israeli crypto firm Bancor joining the 3 Comma Club on Tuesday. Top DeFi tokens jumped 440% on average, while Bitcoin and Ethereum surged about 145%. However, their significantly larger market values can explain the lower returns. It looks like BitMEX's CEO Arthur Hayes may be about to give himself up to the authorities following talks with US attorneys. Hayes is currently facing charges for violating and conspiracy to violate the Bank Secrecy Act after the exchange failed to establish, implement and maintain an adequate anti-money laundering program. It also claimed that HDR, BitMEX's parent company, stole a large chunk of cash, totaling around $440 million from HDR accounts. And, as if all that weren't bad enough, the disgraced CEO is on record saying that he chose to incorporate the exchange in the Seychelles because he could bribe the authorities there for the cost of just a coconut. Hayes isn't the only one facing charges, with both BitMEX co-founder Ben Dello and their first employee Gregory Dwyer also in the firing line. If it all goes to plan, Hayes will travel to Hawaii for a number of preliminary appearances before later travelling to New York for the trial itself. Dello has agreed to surrender as well and will appear in New York, whereas Dwyer, well, he's making things a little more difficult. However, you can't hide forever, and prosecutors have now begun extradition proceedings. So while he's kicking back in Bermuda, the feds may be soon kicking in his door. Pro-privacy web browser and Chromium fork Brave has announced plans to add a search engine to its online offering. The company says that it will be reviving Tailcat, a search engine developed by Clicks, a privacy-focused would-be rival to Google that shut down last year. It hopes that its more than 25 million monthly customers will eventually choose to make Brave search their default engine, and we'll use it alongside Brave Ads, newsreader Brave Today, Brave Firewall and VPN, and video conferencing system Brave together. The company insists it will respect people's privacy by not tracking or profiling users, but we've heard claims like this from Brave in the past, and things haven't always played out that way. In February, it was revealed that the platform was leaking users' Tor Onion URL addresses to their locally configured DNS server, essentially exposing any dark web websites they may have visited. And in June 2020, it was caught automatically inserting referral codes into URLs for the crypto exchange Binance. Crypto exchange Bitfinex is preparing to take on the likes of PayPal with a new service that will allow online merchants to receive payments in Bitcoin, Ether and Tether. Payments would be capped at $1,000 and customers will pay no transaction fees, with those instead being paid by the merchant. However, any deposits would have to be held on Bitfinex's exchange, which has suffered security breaches in the past. One particularly major breach saw $119,756 worth of Bitcoin stolen. That's close to $5.9 billion at today's prices. It's one of the first big names to actually move forward with such a service, with even the likes of PayPal not ready to roll out crypto payments. That said, pretty big rumours are still circulating that things may be about to change. Bitfinex itself has hinted that PayPal could indeed be its main rival, saying, "We're aiming to take on established behemoths in the technology and payments field, leveraging our knowledge of the tech to bring crypto payments into the mainstream."
Thank you all for listening. If you'd like to stay up to date with the latest from the world of crypto, then make sure you subscribe to the Protos Daily on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other major podcast providers.